the financial capacity. But the woman, very rarely you will find that they have been able to go up, because again it is the financial capacity and it's the public prosecutor who is dealing with their case. There was a case where again just recently when this lady again she doesn't want to go back, but the court at the magistrate level itself the judges is saying, why don't you settle the matter? Why don't you settle? So then this family and the prosecutor is defending the case. The prosecutor also, why don't you try to take some money and then you have to come and say that this thing has not happened. She's emotionally she's recovering from the trauma. She's beaten up and she's out of the house. She doesn't have anything. And now at this stage when the case has come up for trial, at that stage of trial, the judges are saying, why don't you settle the matter? The lawyer is saying, her lawyer is saying, pressurizing her to settle the matter. And she is like, what? She can't even, if she wants, she can take another lawyer, but she doesn't know whether she'll be able to take another lawyer. And the lawyer's clerk from the other side is saying that you give so much of money to the lawyer, prosecutor, who's a government lawyer, who has given 2,000 rupees, who's given 3,000 rupees, he needs that amount and they don't know that you don't have to pay the lawyer. And they are in such a confused state and they are worried whether the case will also be dealt with properly. And the judges at that stage are like, why do you want to harass them? We will give you some amount, we will give you 2 lakhs, we will give you 3 lakhs, you just take it and then you go. And at that, sometimes they are okay, you don't want to go into that context, we will do it. But those who are willing to fight, for them, this entire thing is at conclusion, then remains that in my case, we properly dealt with at this stage. And then we have, there is this entire background of noises which we're hearing that 498A is being misused. When at the first stage itself 498A cases are not registered at the first instance, then there is, on what basis can we say that 498A is being misused? I would say that 498A is registered definitely only if the woman has influence or if the woman has the proper capacity, I mean proper, she has a legal badge, she has a lawyer to help her and she has a family quite strong enough, they're strong, or she has to be so, in the eyes of the police, she has to be in such a wretched state that she's been burnt or she's been, you can see visible bruises and visible injuries on her body, only then will a 498A case be registered. Even if the case is registered, which after 2 or 3 years the case will be coming up for trial, there at that first stage itself, the magistrate, the first question they ask is there a possibility of settlement? So in that particular case, how do we go about it? I mean, these are the problems which we face, the woman faces while she is actually going ahead with the case. Now, many, like in family court, sometimes a maintenance petition is filed, a recovery petition is filed, a recovery of the amount, and a 498A case is filed. Now, it's only when all these cases are filed and the other side feels that no, now there is no other hope, then they might just say, okay, we are willing to come for settlement. We are willing to come for settlement, and they'll say, and the amount which they say is it's ridiculous. Okay, it could be like, okay, just the amount at the time, there's no concept of the harassment or a concept of the emotional violence which she has undergone or whatever losses she has incurred, that is not there at all. Even when you go to, because even now we have the Domestic Violence Act. You don't have to go through the 498A process or the family court process. Even Domestic Violence Act also, you can ask for the demand for the money, the dowry which was given at the time of marriage. But there also, the thing is the attitudinal biases, the attitudinal barriers which we face, that is something which we have to cross. Because again, it's that thing, because I feel somehow the judges would identify themselves with the people who've actually taken dowry and say, we've also taken dowry, we might have taken, they might not have taken, but it's not such a big issue. So why are you? I mean, like, and also it is being misused to this lady. This thing is there in her mind that it's being misused. So you have to cross that barrier to actually convince the judge, okay, it's not. This lady this is not a false case, or this is not a previous case. You have to cross those barriers. And I feel as a practitioner, it is more of the attitudinal barriers which we have to cross rather than the legal barriers. The legal barriers we know, it is very open, it's there. But the attitudinal barriers, it depends upon each and every judge. And those barriers is something which really needs to be countered, because otherwise it becomes a very difficult way of dealing with those cases. And and I feel there has to be a total coordinated effort. I mean, now since the Domestic Violence Act is there, though it has its implementational problems, but I personally believe that because there is this entire system of a protection officer, a service provider, we can have a coordinated effort in dealing with this issue. But dowry as such, I feel again limiting it to at the time of marriage or in connection of marriage, it doesn't stop there, because the entire when you're talking about domestic violence, it starts with money and it ends with money also, because it's not just at the time of marriage, even at the the marriage related connections comes at the first instance, but after that when the childbirth is happening, the 28th day ceremony or the 40th day ceremony, again the girl's parents have to give them something. After that also there's a constant demand of money from the husband's side to the girl's side for, you give me this, you give me that, you bring 20,000 rupees, you bring 50,000 rupees, you bring 30,000 rupees, I need this money, I have to go abroad, so for the visa I have to pay 1 lakh rupees, so you try to get that amount from your parents. If she does not bring that amount, she'll be thrown out. There was this case where this lady had around